What's up, everybody? We are back again with 5 more tips and tricks centered around gunfights. So if you want to consistently win more gunfights in Delta Force, I've got 5 practical tips that you can use right now. They're quick, clear, and proven, so let's run them. So let's start this off with a bang and talk about pre-firing the push. This has saved me countless times when I'm injured and the enemy team is trying to finish me off. It's a very simple concept, but it's all about listening for the push and firing right before they get around the corner. Let's rewind the clip and I'll break down how you guys can use this. My teammate just got ratted by somebody in this building, and with this Alulu rocket, I know there's at least another one outside. Now I'm getting shot here, and we're going to pause the video because what this player does next is going to make all the decisions for me. I'm going to bump up the volume so you can hear exactly what I'm hearing. Right there. Did you hear it? Let's play it back again one more time, and let's see if you can hear it. We just heard him jump down and start sprinting towards me. So I know immediately he's going to be rushing me, and I need to pre-fire this corner as soon as he comes around. So I have to listen to the footsteps and pre-fire before he gets around the corner so I can make sure I get the first shots in. The reason why this works so well is because this was my last resort. I was injured. They knew I was injured. When I ran through that door, they were able to get the first shots off, and they started sprinting towards me. Because they were sprinting towards me, I was going to have to pre-fire that corner. Otherwise, I was a goner. But because he was sprinting, his aim down sight time was going to be slower. And because I was pre-firing, those two mixed together means that I was going to be able to get more shots off before he was even able to react and win that gunfight. So just to recap, this is all about listening for those footsteps coming around that corner and then pre-firing right before they come around that corner so you can land the first hits and win that gunfight. I guarantee you, once you start getting the timing down on this, you're going to be winning way more gunfights and surviving more raids. So try this out. Let me know how it goes in the comments down below. Tips and tricks are great and all, but let's be real. It doesn't matter what the tip or trick is if you're losing fights because of high ping, lag, or low FPS. I can't count how many times I've been eliminated because my shots didn't register in time or my frames tanked during a fight. That's why I've been using LagoFast. It's a game booster that actually lowers your ping, smooths out those frame drops, and fixes those packet loss spikes that can cost you the raid. All you have to do is head over to their site, the link's down below in the description, and hit download. Once you register, they give you a free trial right away. If you want to use it for the long term, you can use my code GOAL for 30% off. And what's cool is that LagoFast isn't just about lower ping. It's got game-specific tools built in, like DF room codes for Delta Force, plus FPS Boost 2.0 that keeps your frames stable even in those big, sweaty fights. Since I started running Delta Force with LagoFast, my FPS has been way more consistent, and those laggy deaths, basically gone. So if you're building on a budget like me, don't let your connection be the weak spot. Check out LagoFast. The free trial is down below. All right, so let's talk recruit tickets. I realize they are not ideal, but sometimes we get in a rut of bad games and we have to use them. So if there is only one recruit ticket that I think is even viable to be used, and that is the balanced recruit ticket. It has the CAR 15, which uses the 5.56 ammo. It offers decent damage, decent armor pen. The recoil isn't crazy, and it's good for that mid to long range a little bit with the close, but that's not really as important as the main thing, which is the baseball cap that offers a 10% hearing boost and a little bit of noise reduction, which is key because sound is so crucial in this game. You want as many advantages with the sound that you can get, and this is the only recruit ticket that offers that benefit. The survival class is for the close range, and it doesn't offer enough protection when you're fighting in the close range that I find it to be viable at all. Same for the firepower recruit ticket. I don't think that's really all that viable either. There is some one-shot potential there, but the optic is too weak in my opinion for it to really be as viable as the balanced class. So with our balanced class picked out, I'm going to show you guys the secret sauce that's going to let us win gunfights with this recruit ticket. And the key is the safe box. In that safe box, if you've got a 2x3, that's great. You've got the battle pass, so you have the extra space. You're going to put in a standard vest repair in case if we take out another enemy player and they have a purple vest, we can repair it and use that ourselves. But the main thing is the ammo, the blue ammo. Ammo is key to winning gunfights. I don't care about the armor. What I care about is the ammo. If you don't bring in the best ammo possible, whether it's normals or easy, you're not going to be winning those crucial gunfights. So if you're just starting out and you're trying to figure out what operator to use that's going to be beneficial to you and your team, what you need to do is look at the operator's passive abilities. And when looking at these passive abilities, 2 operators come to mind. The first one being toxic. By simply just existing, you are beneficial to your team. Her swift healing ability reduces the time to use meds and repair kits, which is essential for getting back into a fight after you've taken damage, and you're going to be able to win more gunfights by being able to heal up quicker. Now, the other operator you can use with a great passive ability is Luna. Now, besides the fact that Luna is one of the most picked operators in the game, and me personally, I do main her, her passive ability is one of the best in the game. Every time she deals damage to an enemy player, it pings and makes an outline for your entire team to be able to see that enemy player. So they're able to change their angle, do a flank, whatever they need to win that gunfight. So if you're not sure which operator to pick, I suggest either Toxic or Luna. For this tip, let's talk about calibrating our weapon. So we have this weapon here. We want to add some parts to it. I already have a pre-made loadout. It's called Weird. We're going to hit apply, and we want to calibrate this. But we can't calibrate it unless we buy it. And if you don't want to buy the parts because you're not sure how they're going to work out, what are you going to do? What you can do is go to the loadout, import, share loadout, copy that, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Warfare. Okay, so now we're over here in Warfare. We're going to hit modify, I'm going to hit loadout, we're going to import, put in our code, hit apply, boom, there we go. Now we have our loadout here in Warfare. We can calibrate it however we want. Let's say we want to mess with this. Go back, change it around, go to modify, test it out in the firing range. I really can't stress enough how important calibrating your weapon is for winning more gunfights. You're going to be able to change the handling, the control, every aspect of the gun is going to be amplified. It's basically free stats that you're getting for each gun if you calibrate it right. And then to take this loadout back into operations, all we have to do is save it, share, copy that code, go back into operations, put in the code, and then you'll be able to use the same calibrated loadout that you did in Warfare. And for my last tip, since we were talking about Warfare, use Warfare to better your skills, whether it's controlling recoil, trying out new guns, trying out new operators. You're going to get into way more gunfights than you will in operations. In operations, there are anywhere from 6 to 8 teams. So what is that? 6 to 8 gunfights per game. That's every half hour. In Warfare, you're constantly battling people getting into gunfights. You can have anywhere from 20 to 50, 100, depending on your skill level, how many gunfights you're going to get into. And as you progress more and more, you're going to get those kills. You're going to get more confidence in your gunplay. You're going to learn how to use more angles, when to use your util, when not to use it. So Warfare is a great tool to just get better and win more gunfights, and I highly recommend that you use it. Those are my top 5 tips and tricks for winning more gunfights. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button, and if you win your next gunfight using one of these tips and tricks, clip it and tag me. You can find me on all socials as Goalpost68. I'd love to see what you guys are doing, and I'd love to react to it. All right, everybody, take care, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.